Welcome to Learn Mathematics with Moni. Get your books and pen and get ready to learn.
You're welcome to class. Today we are continuing our lesson on algebraic expressions and algebraic equations. And we are learning to remove brackets. Look at these examples. We have 3 into a plus b, or you can say 3 bracket a plus b. We want to remove this bracket from this expression. Generally in mathematics, brackets indicate multiplication as an operation. So this means that when I have 3 bracket a plus b, it means I am saying the 3 outside is multiplying all the terms inside the bracket. This is what I am saying. This means 3 times a plus 3 times b. This can also be written as 3 bracket a plus 3 bracket b. Both of them means 3 times a plus 3 times b. 3 times a means 3a. That is a in 3 places. Plus 3 times b means b in 3 places. That is 3b. And with that we have been able to remove the bracket from that expression. It is also possible we have another expression like this. Let's say I have 2 multiplying x minus 5y. What I have here is just similar to what I have up there. It means 2 times x minus 2 times 5y. I can either write it like this, 2 times x minus 2 times 5y, or I write it like this, 2 into x, that is 2 times x, minus 2 into 5y. So let us remove the brackets. 2 times x is 2x, minus 2 times 5y, that is 10y. And with that, I have been able to remove the bracket from the expression. It's possible for us to have more than 2 times in the bracket. Let us look at a situation where I have minus 5 multiplying x. Let me call this 3x plus y minus 7z. I have minus 5 times 3x plus minus 5 times y minus 5 times 7z. Look at it. The plus here, the minus here. Then each of the terms multiplying each other in the bracket. So let us treat that. Here I have the sign in front of these 3 is plus. If you have not watched my video on directed numbers, make sure you do that at this point. There is no sign in front of this 3x. That means the sign in front of it is plus. Minus times plus is minus. 5 times 3x is 15x. Then I have plus. There is no sign in front of this y. That means there is a positive sign in front of that y. So I have minus times the plus in front of the y. That is minus. 5 times y, 5y. I am retaining this bracket because of this negative sign in front of the 5y. Now I have minus. Here I have minus times the plus in front of 7z. That is minus. 5 times 7z is 35z. Now we have to treat the last stage of the minus we have. This is minus 15x plus times minus, because this is still multiplication. The plus we have outside multiplying the minus we have in the bracket. That is minus 5y. Here I have minus into minus. That is minus times minus. Minus times minus is plus. Plus 35z. So this is the final stage for this example. Let us take other examples.
You need to pause right now. Go right now and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification button so that you can be notified anytime I drop new lesson. Thank you.
Factorization is the opposite of expansion. It is actually the opposite of removing brackets, because factorization means inserting brackets. Alright, we are to insert brackets into this. That is what it means by factorize this. And to factorize any expression, you are going to be making use of the highest common factor of the terms in that expression. Look at this. This is 3x and this is 12. The highest common factor of 3x and 12 is 3. You can find it out just the normal way you get HCF of numbers. So I am going to bring out the highest common factor of 3x and 12, which is 3. Now I have to open the brackets. It's like we are bringing out the 3 from each of these 10. 3x divided by 3. 3x divided by 3 is going to leave me with x, and it is the x I will put in the brackets. Plus 12 plus 12 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. It is that 4 I'm going to put in the brackets. That means 3x plus 12 is the same thing as 3 bracket x plus 4. 3 into x plus 4. If you attempt to removing the bracket here, of course, it's going to be 3 times x, which is 3x, plus 3 times 4, which is 12. Let's take another example where I have 2x minus 10. 2x minus 10. We want to bring out the highest common factor. The highest common factor of 2x and 10 is 2. So I'll bring it out. Then I'll ask myself, 2x divided by 2. That will leave me with x. And I'll put the x in the brackets. Now I have minus 10 divided by 2. 2 divides 2 once, 2 divides 10, 5. That is minus 5. And it is the minus 5 I'll put in this bracket. When you try to do the opposite, which is removing brackets, that will be 2 times x, 2x, 2 times minus 5, minus 10. Let's see more examples. It is possible I have a situation of 15x minus 13, or better still, let me leave it as plus 13, and I am asked to factorize this. Then I will ask myself, there is no 13 is a prime number. It does not have a common factor with 15 except 1. 1 is the only common factor of 15 and 13. So what do I do in this case? I can still factorize. However, Let us look at it. I may choose to pick the 15 itself as a factor. When I pick 15 as a factor, inside the bracket, that means I'm going to have 15x divided by 15. Divided by 15. 15 divides 15, I'm left with x in the bracket, x. And now I have plus 13 divided by 15. There is no common factor between 13 and 15. So I can't simplify this. I can't reduce it to a lower term. So I will just have to put it in the bracket as plus 13 over 15. And I have still been able to factorize that expression. I am still able to factorize that expression. I have been able to factorize it. Let us look at more examples. Let me have minus 10 A minus 15 B. Let us look at these expressions. Minus 10A minus 15B. I'm trying to factorize this expression. Minus is already common to both of them. So I will bring it out. Minus is common to both of them. That is settled. Another thing that is common. Highest common factor of 10 and 15 is 5. So I'll bring the 5 out. So that is settled. The next thing I have to do is this. Of course, open my bracket and find out what should be inside the bracket. This is minus 10A divided by minus 5. Minus divides minus, it gives us plus. 5 divides 5 once, 5 divides 10 twice, 2. So we are left with 2A. So I put the 2A in my bracket. Then the other term is minus 15B divided by minus 5. Minus divides minus, giving me positive. 5 divides 5 once, 5 divides 15 3 times. So I am left with 3B. That is positive 3B plus 3B. And that is the factorization of that term over there. That is the simple factorization of that term. Let's take one more example before we go. Let's take an example that has 3 terms. Let's take an example of 3 terms. I want to take an example like 3A squared minus 15AB plus 9B squared. Okay, let me call this 9A. Let's see the common factors here. Looking at 3, 15, and 9, a number is a highest common factor there, which is 3. So I'm bringing out 3 as the highest common factor there. I'm bringing out 3 as the highest common factor there. Another thing I can see, there is A here, there is A here, there is A here. So A is common to the 3 of them. I want to bring out the A as well. There is B here. I don't find B in any other place. So the B is not common. Better still, you can find your HCF. It is not bad to use your HCF. I have found my highest common factor, but for your purpose as a beginner, you can find your HCF. Having 3a squared, 15ab, and 9a. I'm trying to find the highest common factor there. What is the first prime number we can use here? The first prime number we can use here is 3. 3a squared divided by 3, we have a squared. 15ab divided by 3, I have 5ab. 9a divided by 3, I have 3a. There is no other number that is common to the three of them. I can look at the letters now. What is a letter that is common to the three of them? That is A. A squared divided by A, I am left with A. 5ab divided by A, I am left with 5b. 3a divided by A, I am left with 3. Looking at the terms left, I don't see anything common in them again, giving me 3a as the highest common factor, just like I have factored it out here. So it is not bad if you go through this route of getting your highest common factor. For any of them, it is not bad at all. It gets you safer. So we have factored that out. 3a squared divided by 3a. How many 3a can we get from 3a squared? Let us see. 3a squared divided by 3a. 3 divides 3. A squared means a times a. This is what a squared means. A squared means a times a. That is a times a divided by a. A divides a once. A divides a once. I am left with only a. And that is what I'll put in the brackets. 3a squared divided by 3a is leaving us with only a. Now we have minus 15ab divided by 3a. Minus 15ab divided by 3a. 3 divides 3 once. 3 divides 15 5 times. A divides a once. A divides a once. So we are left with minus 5b. And that is exactly what I'll put in the bracket. Minus 5b. Then the third term in that expression is 9a. That is 9a plus 9a divided by 3a. 3 divides 3 once. 3 divides 9 3 times. A divides a once. A divides a once. So we are left with plus 3. And that is what I'm going to be putting in that bracket. And with that, I have been able to completely factorize that expression as well. This is all we are going to take today. I'll see you in the lesson for factorization of quadratic expression.
Thank you for learning mathematics with Moni today. Do you know you are free to share my videos with your classmates, your colleagues, your friends, your cousins? Do that right now and be a blessing to them. And